Sound production.
Good morning, gentlemen. It is your boy, Sir Yeetus. Welcome to today's stream. Apologies that I couldn't really do the stream last night because I was tired as hell and I needed sleep for what's going to be happening today. First off, happy Memorial Day. Whether you are patriotic or not, I hope you guys enjoy a cold one, crack it open. You grilling, grilling some barbecue and shit for the family, just having a great time, enjoying the sun. Mainly, this holiday is for the fallen. And what I mean for the fallen, I'm not meaning, what's been happening, not just what's been happening for the last 20 years. Okay. This is for the fallen that died since the beginning, 1776 till now, ever since the Revolutionary War, all the way up to now. That's what Memorial Day is for. Okay, the people that were willing to put their lives on the line for a cause, even if the cause wasn't true, if you guys get what I'm saying. Sorry, but hey, they didn't know any better. It is what it is, right? They did not know what they were truly fighting for. And I won't blame them. But they had the guts and the willpower to do what they got to do in the name of freedom, quote unquote. I'm talking about what's been happening for the last 20 years. But this is for all military service members that put their lives on the line since the beginning of the nation. So definitely, you know, enjoy yourselves, or if you want to, pay your respects, because I'm pretty sure that you guys have family members yourselves that unfortunately did not make it back from whatever war that they were fighting in. So definitely keep that in mind. Okay. Also, I'm gonna see if I can get an hour and a half, 2 hours in, because after this stream, I will be doing a 22-mile ruck with a bunch of veteran homies. Okay. I personally won't have a rucksack, okay, because my back is fucked from the service. I got a regular backpack, so I am going to be walking 22 miles today in a few hours. So I'm going to be gone pretty much for the rest of the day, okay, because 22 miles on foot, it takes a minute. It takes a little while. And the reason why I am not only doing the 22-mile ruck for the fallen soldiers for Memorial Day, I'm also doing 22 miles for the 22 a day. If you guys don't know what 22 a day is, it's pretty much on average 22 veterans a day yeet themselves. Okay. It's not even just veterans. Active military service members, unfortunately, they eat themselves as well. And one of the big reasons that nobody wants to talk about is they get a Dear John letter. If you guys don't know what a Dear John letter is, they pretty much get a letter of, oh, yeah, hey, it's your wife. I'm writing a letter to you. I took all the money out of the bank accounts. I sold our house and I'm getting a divorce. I'm moving in with my new boyfriend and I'm taking the kids. Have fun in Afghanistan. That's pretty much what a Dear John letter is. And a lot of soldiers, they can't handle the pressure because not only they're trying to survive in the combat zone, they're supposedly the love of their life abandons them, take the kids, take everything that he worked for. All the sacrifices this soldier did was for nothing. And unfortunately, he caves into the stress, and yeah, he eventually eats himself. So I know for a lot of people, Memorial Day is, oh yeah, I have a day off, or oh yeah, I'm able to have a barbecue, which is cool. You can have that type of opinion, point of view, but I'm just saying, keep that in mind. We, the military service members aren't Captain America, okay? There's flaws and there's a breaking point for a lot of us. Which is why I'm doing the 22 a day march, because you'd be surprised how many veterans slash active duty, National Guard, Reserve, etc. They just can't do it anymore. And they feel that eating themselves is their only way out. So that's going to be a very important afternoon for me. I'm probably going to be dying from the heat. I'm probably going to be very dehydrated. I'm going to hate my life. But guess what? I'm still alive. And I'm counting my blessings to this day. I'm doing this for them because they can't do it themselves anymore. Let me see who's in the chat. Do. Okay, yeah, that was from last night. Last night. Rick Ambassador 4003, thank you for your service. Hey, thank you for the support, man. Thank you for the support, of course. But today isn't about me. You know, my day is in November. You know, today is for the soldiers that unfortunately didn't make it home, whether it's physically or mentally. Do. Smoky Soldier, what is going on, man? He says Memorial Day is also the time to remember our brothers who have fallen to the Western straggle wars, sacrificed on the altar of family court, massacred by child support for a kid who isn't theirs. Yeah, I saw that often when I was in. Believe me. PK says Happy Memorial Day, Yeet. Thank you for your service. Hey, once again, man, thank you for supporting. It is what it is, right? You know, even though I got older, more wise, more mature, and I realized what I was truly fighting for. I thought it was for a cause when I first joined, right? That's why they get the youngins, the 17, 18-year-olds. That's their target audience because they don't know any better. But in the end, I thought I did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Do what I got to do. Very patriotic. Where's the Rob says, shit, I'm working out, then going to Sam's Club for protein shakes, then playing Zelda. That's about it. Hey man, hey, if that's how you wanna spend your Memorial Day, it's all good. Make sure you get some get other protein. You know, you got like steak or something, you know, chicken, lamb. You gotta get that good protein in. I think you need around 130 grams on average of protein. Speaking of Graham, what's going on, David? Vitlas says, got wings and drumsticks loaded up with a spicy curry rub. Okay, that does sounds pretty fire right now. That does sounds pretty delicious. uh, Jim Howard, they got MW a day off from work, so thank you for that. Hey, yeah, at least you guys get a day off, you know. At least that's one positive thing out of this. PK says, I can't imagine suffering the ultimate betrayal on the battlefield. There are no words to describe that. Oh, yeah, there is any. There is any. Believe me, the reaction of the soldiers that get Dear John letters, it's you know that he just doesn't know how to react to that. He really doesn't. Usually two extremes. That soldier keep to himself, or he lashes out. You know, that's usually the two choices. Scattered Thoughts was good. Regular guy running. What's going on? The best play is not to join the military. Once again, okay. If you have the choice to not join, I completely agree with what regular guy is saying. If you have the choice, don't join. Don't join. It's understandable if you come from a certain background, like socioeconomic background, where you feel that joining the military is one of the only ways, the only way out of your situation. Okay, I can sympathize with that. But at the end of the day, if you have other choices to get out of a certain situation and better your life overall, choose that one. Military should literally be the last resort. I'm talking about 2023. Because seriously, at this point, what are we fighting for? That's a rhetorical question. The Lost Dragon says, Happy Memorial Day. Yes. Derek. I got regular guy gaming. Derek, just saw a recruiting drive the other day. All I could think was, we see how the government treats the vets, and y'all seriously wonder why no one wants to sign up. Yeah, right now, the military is struggling very badly to get new recruits. I think thanks to social media, a lot of young men and young women as well are like, yeah, no, I'd rather take my chances out here. Sam Fisher, what's going on? Barry says, I've seen several marriages get destroyed by infidelity while the man was deployed. Yeah, it happens way more often than you think, gentlemen. I think I have to look it up again. I'm pretty sure the divorce rate in military is way higher than in a civilian world. What's going on, Moon? Happy Memorial Day to you. Make sure you crack open a cold one, or cook some good spare ribs. Did I get everybody? Okay, I pretty much got everybody. All right. I'm glad that you guys are taking time out in the morning to listen to what I have to say. I want to do something new. Okay. It's similar to what Ribby the Party Frog did. I don't know if he's still doing it. He probably is. I'm going to take around 5-6 Reddit stories, and I am going to give my opinion on these stories. And I want you guys to participate. I want to know your opinions to the stories as well. It's pretty random, right? I get the most recent stories I can find, whether it comes to relationship or just male issues overall. I want to start a new series when it comes to that. I think that will be a very good conversation. All right. Instead of talking about statistics and data all day, let's deal with real life scenarios, real life situations, and see what we can learn from that. So that's definitely going to be a interesting thing to go through. I think I have around 6 or 7 stories, and I'm serious. I will love to see you guys' opinion. So, but I'm going to be checking the chat often. So yeah, depending on how good this goes, it could be once a week I do this, or hell, twice a week. So pretty much today is going to be a test run. We're going to see how good this new series will go. All right. But before we begin, if you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, best way is Cash App /Sir Yeetus, or you can do Super Chat, or you become a official member of the channel. Any type of donations appreciated if you feel I am worthy of your investment. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, also, thanks to you guys with the generous donations, I got 2 new art pieces that are on their way. The artists are still working on it, but thanks to you guys, I'm going to upgrade this channel a little bit. So believe me, any donation you send, it's definitely a very humbling experience. You know what I'm saying? But let us begin. Let's begin, y'all. Not Reddit. Yeetus Reddit Adventures #1. Let's go ahead and bring up the first story. All right. Hopefully it doesn't become annoying. Okay, here we go. Boom. You guys see this? I'm sure you guys see this. I'm sure you do. What's going on, Tasha Pie? What's good? What's going on? Rusty, welcome to the chat. Thank you for your service, Sir Yeetus. Thank you for your support, man. Thank you. But definitely give your, condolences to the fallen soldiers that didn't make it back. Okay, so this one Well, all the stories were from a few days ago. I did a little research. But let's go with story number one. Ruined chances with a girl out of insecurity. How do I move on? I, 21 male, was talking to this girl who connected with me extremely quickly. We'd been talking for a week trying to make plans to see each other, but it kept falling through because she either took LSD the day we were supposed to meet up, or she couldn't make it because she got sick, or was busy, or whatever. Well, guy, she literally gave you three major flags at that point. But let's continue. I didn't think much of it at first, but then I started getting worried I was getting led on. Okay, at least you weren't completely oblivious. I talked to my friends about it, and they were very confident she was playing me. It started getting to my head, so I confronted her about it, which upset her. For some reason, I brought up what my friend said, which genuinely pissed her off, and she started leaving me on red, so I decided to cut it off for both our sakes. I feel like an asshole, and I probably am for handling the situation so poorly. I don't know how to move on from the situation right now. Okay, young man, because you're 21 years old, here's the best way you can move on from the situation. Move on. Fuck that bitch. Who cares? Listen, the fact that you were talking to this woman that takes drugs and making countless excuses such as she was sick and busy, you should have left it alone right there. And you knew yourself. You said that you were worried you was getting led on. I don't know why you had to talk to your friends about it. That's just, you need to grow a fucking backbone, bro. You need to put your fucking foot down. Tell her how it is. Because let me let you know what's up. Majority of women in general, I'll say 97% of women, they are never away from their phone. Ever. Even at work. Unless she's some professional athlete or construction worker where they have no choice but to put their phone away. They're always on their phone. So the fact that she's pretty much ignoring you and then after that she's giving you excuses and shit, that's all you need to know. And here's another thing. Why would you even tell her about what your friend said? Keep your fucking mouth shut, guy. You pretty much snitched at that point. If I was a friend of this young man, I wouldn't want to be around this guy because he talks too fucking much. I think the main thing is he definitely does not have a backbone whatsoever. He is very pussified. He doesn't know how to stand 10 toes down and let her know what's up. It's my way or the highway. He doesn't have to be a dick about it. It will help to be assertive. But obviously, this guy's a simp. Simp. But in all seriousness, man, you were chasing after a druggie. Your friends told you, leave that druggie alone. You confronted this druggie of a woman. And then you pretty much snitched on your friends. Gossiping about your friends. Telling her what your friend said. Like, bro, you pretty much shot yourself in the foot. I don't know what to tell you. Except, just move the fuck on. You act like she's like one of the only XX chromosomes walking on this earth. This billions of women out there. Jesus Christ, guy. Solo the Lich says Yeetus is the asshole in this story. Hey, if me speaking facts makes me the asshole, so be it. It is what it is. And Rickon, I was just about to say that. If a woman wants to be in your life, she will put herself there. Yes. Let me just say this right quick. And I know a majority of you men, you already know what I'm about to say. If a woman truly desires you, okay? If a woman truly desires you, she will drop everything on the spot in order to make time for you. She will be actively pursuing you if she actually desires you. I know personally. I barely have to lift a finger. And then bam, she's at my doorstep. Bam, she's pretty much running errands for me. She's cooking dinner and shit without me even asking. I'm telling you, chat. If a woman truly desires you, she will drop everything to make sure that you are satisfied, that you are content, that hopefully you will choose her as your number one. Okay? But if a woman puts you through 300, 400 hoops, such as making you pay for 10, 20 dates, such as you gotta buy her all these expensive gifts and shit, or take her on vacations just to get a little kissy kiss, she's finessing you, dog. Or if she's doing like this druggy woman is doing, talking about, oh yeah, I was busy, I was this, I was that. Bro, just move the fuck on. You already know how it is. You already know what it is. Derek, it's sad how little self-respect most men have for themselves these days. Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty pathetic. Pathetic to the point where we got all of these OnlyFans content creators making AI version of themselves and selling it for like what? $100 an hour or whatever? To give them a virtual girlfriend? Bro, what the fuck? Disgusting. Rickon says, you are the table, man. Don't matter if a woman is sitting at it or not. You're the table. Yeah. I hate that nonsense. Oh, I am the table. That's the excuse that women love to say. Because let's be real. Plenty of women out there have nothing to offer besides the puniti, and then they act shocked when the man just smash and dash. Listen, once a man is able to clap a woman's cheeks, he won. He won. He was able to act upon his biological imperative to procreate, to spread his seed. But after that, the woman is in charge to show the man that she is more than just getting clapped, you know? A man is judged by pretty much how much money he has, what status he has, how many women that he can get. A woman is judged if she's able to get the last name of a high value man. What I mean by high value, I'm talking about a man that actually has his shit together, a man that's actually a man's man, where women wants to fuck and men wants to be like this guy. If she's able to keep that type of guy, all right, she won. Because remember, women's all about quality, men are about quantity. Truth Lie says, just curious, why didn't that happen? What was crazy about her that you didn't go all the way? Oh, what you talking about the woman that desired me? Well, she definitely didn't meet my standards at all. Because the more you claw, you do your research within her past, you may or may not find some things that you're like, no. And a big thing is she went to a party college. I can't tell you which college it is, but she went to a college that's known for partying a lot. And the woman that I was dealing with, she's not ugly. She's not ugly. And then I checked her social media. I'm like, oh, okay, you're one of those. You're one of those. Because once again, men are worried about women's past. Women are worried about a man's future. She didn't meet the standard. HMK Films. He's not no simp. He ain't no simp. Goddamn, ain't no simp. I used to be when I was gullible until I watched Sandman back in 2014. A stream this early in the morning. Yeah, man. I gotta go do a 22-mile 22-mile walk in a few hours. Jen Paro, college girl, you know a guy like Chronic got in them guts. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, chat. Hey, don't let that innocent purity look fool you, okay? There's plenty of tools in 2023 now where you're able to get an idea what kind of woman she was in the past. Because remember, a digital footprint is forever on the internet. It's forever. So unless she is very, very, very good at covering her tracks, you're gonna find something about her online. Okay. I'm sure you guys are ready for the second story. Let's go to the second story. Let's do this. And I'm back. Let's go to story number 2. All right. This story is young guys. Let me go ahead and read this right quick. I'm in my early 50s, still attracting younger men. It's flattering. Just wondering why guys my age are not so easy to attract. Their midlife crisis. Am I too independent? Too self-confident? Too smart? Too rich? Too good at seeing right through them? Too metaphysically focused? Too fearless? Oh, the ego on this bitch. The ego. Oh, the ego, man. Oh, man. Oh, sorry. I don't mean ego. The delusion. The delusion of modern women is astonishing. Oh, man. Let me continue before I give my opinion. Let me continue. Young guys, I understand. I don't demand anything from them. They think I'm pretty smart, interesting, and we can talk about anything. They love my independent nature, and the sex is hot. All the guys my age, it's similar. and that they think I'm pretty and smart, except they want me to be submissive, not question some of the things they say or do. In fact, ask no questions. Based. And then call them all day like I'm lonely and desperate. Sex can be hit or miss, but mostly they want something to pet. Well, yeah, like go sit in the corner, look pretty, and shut the fuck up. But in your early 50s, I doubt you're looking like that. I'm sorry. You don't have that Jennifer Lopez DNA. But yeah, something to pet, squeeze, and rub on like I'm a stuffed animal. Plus, they all seem to are raising little kids by themselves. Where are these women they had children with when they were in their 40s? My child is grown and gone. Shake my head. What the fuck was happening? What am I doing that needs to change? What are you doing that needs to change? First off, first off, let's go ahead and read the first sentence of the second paragraph. First sentence of the second paragraph. Young guys, I understand. I don't demand anything from them. They think I'm pretty, smart, interesting, and we can talk about anything. They love my independent nature, and the sex is hot. Okay, let's put two together. Supposedly too smart, too self-confident, too Miss Independent. Don't you think maybe these young men are just straight up lying to you so you can be target practice? Really? Would you really give these would you really give a man in general a chance if they were 100% honest with you? If a man just walks up to you like, "Hey, I want to clap them cheeks," you wouldn't like that, would you? I'd highly doubt you would. Majority of women don't like that. We can all agree that women in general cannot handle the truth. Women in general don't like the truth. Why do you think? Why do you think there's a thing called game among men? Men like what they see, women like what they hear. That's why women wear makeup, and that's why men have game. Both parties are pretty much faking it till they make it. Women are faking how they look, men are faking and emotionally manipulating in order to get them draws. It is what it is. The game is the game. So clearly you're easy as fuck, right? Because you supposedly you're getting all these young men, right? But I don't blame you. If you're a single mother, in your early 50s by yourself, any type of attention you get from a man is good attention, according to you. See, when I used to be out and about going to the clubs and bars and shit, I don't do that anymore. But when I used to, I always tell these men that are too scared to approach women and have a great time. Listen. It's very unfortunate if you don't have the looks, right? Because the looks are everything to women, even though they lie out their ass. Talk about his personality. Shut the fuck up. It's immediately about looks when it comes to women. She will know within 5 to 8 seconds if she wants to fuck you or not. But that's besides the point. I tell these young men, hey, as long as you make her feel good, that's all that matters. As long as you sell her that dream, boost her ego, inflate her ego. Not too much, but just enough. to where that she feels that she's some Queen Cleopatra, right? That's an easy win. Easy win. You have to emotionally manipulate her to the point where, oh damn, maybe I am just good. Oh, this guy wants me. Oh my god. It works 9% of the time. And then you just smash and dash. It is insane. And then she turns around. Okay. Let's go to the older guys, right? Do you see how she tried to switch the story when it comes to older guys that actually has standards? You notice that? When she went in onto the older guys and saying that they want me to be submissive and not question the things that they say and do. Oh, they want me to call them like I'm lonely and desperate. They want me to be a little pet. First off, the older guys that are going for the 50-year-old women, you a simp. You're a beta. You finally reach your financial peak. You're in the golden age as a man if you're older. If you did everything right, this is literally the twilight of a man's life in order to enjoy the fruits of his labor. And you decide to go after a 50-year-old woman? And Senator, that's the ironic part. The irony. She's hating on single men, older men, that is financially stable enough to take care of the kids on his own, raise the kids on his own. But she's trying to duck on the very same men, even though she is a single mother herself. Oh man. It is. I'm just very surprised at just the amount of inflated ego this woman has in her 50s. The first paragraph or the first couple of sentences that threw me off guard. Just wondering why guys my age are not so easy to attract. Well, just like what the chat said, you have no legs. Your beauty is pretty much out the door. Like you're not as attractive as you were 30 years ago. I repeat, 30 years ago. You have a kid. You're a single mother. And this type of, oh, I'm Miss Independent, I don't need a man attitude, that's the final nail in the coffin. Why would I want to deal with a woman like that? Especially if I was a man that busts his ass for decades to get where I'm at. You want me to accept the baggage that you're bringing right now? I don't think so. That's crazy. That's crazy. And the lack of accountability is the most hilarious part. Why guys my age? Why don't they like me? Is it because they're having a midlife crisis? Is it because I'm too self-confident, independent, smart, rich? Is it because I am just seeing right through them? Am I too fearless? And okay, to be honest, what does metaphysically focus mean? What does that fucking mean? Metaphysically focus. I never really had to use that type of word, so I don't really get what the fuck she's saying. Pretty much regular guy. Pretty much. No eggs. No eggs and your beauty is gone. So now you feel like you're the best thing since sliced bread at 50 something years old. just because young men sees you as an easy target. They gotta get their practice in somehow. It's crazy. And Chad, best believe, expect this type of behavior is going to skyrocket within the next 7 to 10 years. Expect this type of buffoonery, the delusion of model women to skyrocket within the next decade. All right, y'all. Let's go to the next story. And I'm back. All right. I don't remember half these stories, so I'm pretty much reacting with you guys. Okay. Yeah, it's the words are kind of small, so hopefully you guys are able to read it. I'm assuming the person writing this is 27 years old. My new boss, 34, female, is flirting with me. See, that is one of the biggest red flags that you can ever have in your life as a man. In the West in 2023, this is literally almost nothing is going to good come out of this. Not only is a woman, not only she's middle aged, she is in a position of power. I don't think that's legal, but that's besides the point. Those three things makes her a very, very dangerous individual to any man, actually. Yeah, this is going to be very bad. But let's read it. So, I started a new job this week, and after this week, I will be working from home. Damn, so because of the situation, he's like, fuck that. I'm not going to the office anymore. I'm staying home. Good on you, young man. Good on you. You're not going to put up with this bullshit that will potentially get you fired. Because I guarantee you, if you keep rejecting this woman's advances, she will get you fired out of spite. So good on you for taking precautions, young man. I commend you. But my boss, she is training me, was extremely nice to me. Invited me for lunch the second day I was there. Today, she asked me if I wanted to go to the park with her during our 30-minute break. And today, she asked me if I would mind if she cooked for us two, and we have a small picnic tomorrow. Okay, yeah, that's a very bad situation. That's definitely red flags automatically. Oh hell no. That will not end well. But let's continue. Looks wise, she's a hard 10, way out of my league. And she has a boyfriend. Oh, second red flag. Oh shit. Oh, okay. She spoke many times about him, how he doesn't support her, and this kind of things. Then why the fuck are you with her, bitch? Why are you with him? Women. Anyway, the situation is really weird. First, because she's my boss, and second, because she has a boyfriend, but she is extremely nice and open with me. Compliments me a lot. We have a lot in common, and we have a really nice time together. Today, she was even asking me, what do I look for in a romantic partner and stuff like that. My rational side said, forget it. Finish the week, and then once I start working from home, I will only see her once a month. Better to not mix stuff. Yes, smart man. Good on you, man. My rational side says that she's the best looking woman I've ever seen, and that we have a lot of common, and maybe I should make a move. Thoughts? Not chat. Uh, young man, young man. This is why the saying from good old Hammerhand. You need in 2023. You need to control your biological urges. You need to try your best to control them, especially in a certain situation like this. Okay, if this was just a coworker, then it would be a little bit more understandable. But this woman, middle age, your boss, and has a boyfriend. This literally spells disaster for you. So keep it in your pants, weigh the consequences of your actions. And it seems to me that you have thought about this because you immediately said, "Hey, I'm going to work from home now. I'm not going to deal with this. I'm just going to work from home." So you know better. You know better. I ain't going to go too hard on you like that. And here's something that you haven't really thought about. What if she is using you as a rebound? What if she's just using you as an emotional tampon? Huh? And what makes it even worse, what if eventually the boyfriend finds out about you? And then you have to throw down. You gotta throw them hands with the boyfriend, right? And then worst case scenario, one of you ends up in the hospital or dead, and the other person goes to prison. And what does this 34-year-old woman does? She'll move on to the next man. She already forgot about both of y'all. You were just a pawn in her little scheme of games. This is why you guys hear me say all the time, women in general are agents of chaos. You thrive off of this shit. Don't play into her little fucking nonsense. And once again, I commend this young man. He did. He just like, you know what? I don't want to be in the office anymore. I'm gonna work from home. Smart man. Diesel Weasel says, dead over scrapping over old Punita. Yeah. Yeah. And hey, guys, you already know that this happens way more often than people would like to talk about. Not just at work, but on the street, in the clubs, at the bar, for some reason at a carnival, etc. Yes, Derek. Literally using using this guy as an emotional tampon and as a rebound. I guarantee you, if there was some big old argument that this 34-year-old woman has with her boyfriend, she's going to let her intrinsic thoughts win and blurt out like, "Oh, the guy at work is much better than you." And then the drama gets even worse. Moon says, "Oh no, a flirting boss, bad sign. It's best to keep sex and work separate." Yes, we all know the saying, "Never shit where you eat." I repeat, never shit where you eat, because that definitely will not end well. Death Shark says he did the right thing. Just needs to make sure he protects himself from her if she gets vindictive. Man, you already know what's going to happen. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she's vindictive now. Because best believe, I'm sure she's like, "Oh, why did he leave? Why is he ignoring me now? Why isn't he talking to me?" And she's just going to get more bitter and bitter. Guaranteed. Because once again, the young man said himself, she's a 10 out of 10, right? I doubt she's a 10 out of 10. Like, no. Maybe a 7. Maybe a 7. And don't give me that beauty is in the eye of the beholder bullshit. No, I would say at the most, she's a 7. I'm being generous. And possibly have 5 pounds of makeup on her face. So at that point, he needs to control his urges so fucking much right now, because he's gonna do something stupid, and unfortunately, she will get she will do something stupid because she's not getting the attention that she wants. She craves attention, especially from a particular person. And if that person starts ignoring her, she will feel scorned. And we all know what happens uh, when a woman feels scorned. It just doesn't end well. Derek, true. It's too easy for you to go to jail. Yep. And best case scenario, get fired. Oh, I just said that just now. Yep. Suddenly the performance reviews gets bad. He gets written up. Can't do anything right. No fury. Like a woman scorned. Especially if that woman has professional power over you. Agreed. See, chat, this is why I've seen various videos throughout the years and my personal experience. Even women prefer male bosses. Even women prefer male bosses. Because male bosses, 99% of the time, we're just trying to get this money. We ain't worried about no drama. We ain't worried about no fucking love life, 50 Shades of Grey bullshit. We're just trying to get this money. More times than not, a female boss will abuse her power. More likely than not, a woman in a position of power will abuse it. They cannot handle that type of authority. It just gets out of control. And I don't have the exact stats and studies on me, so take it with a grain of salt. But I'm pretty sure the women that are queens or what's the other thing? Prime ministers or whatever it is. Throughout history, when a woman is in a position of power, especially in the power of a sovereignty, they are way more likely to cause war than men. Because men, we understand, war is hell. War is not going to end well for both sides. Women, you hurt my feelings. Time to rev up those boats, boys. We're going to go to war because somebody said the queen's hair looked bad. Senator Armstrong says, which is why I became a nurse, because men are generally the bosses and there are only 10% of nurses. That is true. I agree. Death Shark says, I've heard a lot of women say they hate working with other women. They're the ones who just wants to do a job and not get involved with a lot of drama. Well, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I say in general, women do not want to have a female boss. Didn't they try on multiple occasions to have an all-female workplace, like an all-female company? And then that company burns to the fucking ground because they can't shut the fuck up and get the work done. It's always he said this, she said that. Oh yeah, she's a bitch. Just nothing but drama and no work getting done. None. Just like what Al Bundy said, right? The legendary Al Bundy. Women understand women and they hate each other. And women cannot deny this. All right, you guys are ready for another story? I'm sure you guys are. I'm sure you guys are. And before we get to the next one, I'm gonna do my other shill again. If you want to support your boy Yeetus, link on top of the chat, Cash App / Yeetus, or you can super chat, or you become a member. Any donations appreciated. If you feel I am worthy of your investment, thank you very much. Let's go to the next story. And I'm back. All right. What story is this? All right, let's check it out. Okay, this one. Hold on, before we begin, that all-female team did a great job over at Silicon Valley Bank. Damn, why you gotta why you gotta call them out like that, bro? Like, you right, but damn, Death Shark is on demon time. Sai says, my single mother used to hold a position of power over her workers, and she complained so much about it, she later stepped down. Damn. So, this story, I don't know if my husband, that's 30 years old, will ever forgive me. I'm assuming she's the person that's writing it. She's 29 years old. All right. Let's begin. A couple months ago, my husband of 2 years and I got into a heated and drunken fight. He asked me to hold his laptop while he went to the bathroom, and without thinking, I picked it up by the corner of the screen and tossed it to the bottom of the bed. That enraged my husband, so he threw my stuff to retaliate. I yelled at him to pick up my stuff, and he refused. Amidst the yelling, I ended up putting my hand around his neck for a few seconds before realizing what I was even doing. As soon as I realized it, I immediately stopped and showed remorse. I completely understand how terrible my actions were and have yet to forgive myself. We didn't speak for 2 weeks after this, and he was thinking of divorcing me. You should divorce your ass, bro. I immediately went to therapy and have been in therapy ever since as I work on some childhood drama I never got over, as well as anger. My husband wants to make things work and has been in therapy with me for 4 weeks now, except he's really struggling to forgive me. Anything I do is slightly frustrating or upsetting to him, he blows up at me. Will he ever be able to forgive me? Is there anything I could be doing to help get us back on track? I love this man immensely. No. No. You didn't take accountability for your actions. You didn't take accountability. You just immediately went for, but it's my childhood drama that made me wrap my hands around my husband's neck. I've got anger management issues. No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you whatsoever. Because I got lit as fuck before. I'm sure you guys know. Sometimes I get lost in the sauce. I've gotten to heated arguments with people when I got lost in the sauce. Man or woman, I got into a heated argument while drinking some good shit. Not once I ever thought about wrapping my hands around their neck. Not once. Even when I was just this wasted as fuck. Not once I ever thought to put my hands on somebody. Whatsoever. And second, you were the one that started the entire situation. How are you going to take somebody else's property and pretty much break it and not expect any type of retaliation? So now when the man is standing up for himself because you pretty much threw his shit, your next best option is to not only it's not even a random man, that's your husband. You put your hands around your husband's neck. See, this is what I mean about men. They love idealistically. They love idealistically. They put up with way more bullshit that they shouldn't even be putting up with at all. Men in general, especially 2023, way too forgiving, no backbone, nothing. Because I'm telling you right now, divorce would be the least of your problems if you decide to put your hands on a man that has a backbone. So no, there's nothing you can do to get this back on track. Once you put your hands on a significant other, it's over. Once you put your hands on a significant other, it is over. Woman to man, man to woman. That's just my opinion. If you have no good reason to put your hands on somebody and you just did it because you got butt hurt, there's no coming back from that. Because if you continue to allow that to happen, it's only going to get worse from here. So now, bitch, I'm surprised he didn't divorce you yet. Rickon says shows total lack of respect. Oh, guaranteed. Immediately a lack of respect. Immediately. See, I wouldn't even let a random dude on the street put their hands on me like that. Like, you really think I'm gonna let some little old woman, especially the wife that's supposed to respect me as the man of the house, put their hands on me like that? Yeah, she needs to get the fuck out. Moon says, what? She did what? I wouldn't want anything to do with anyone who would try to choke me. She has the gall to ask for forgiveness. Yeah, she definitely does, right? That's a big old sign of an abuser. You cannot come back from that. You can't. Because I'm telling you right now, very unfortunate that we live in 2023. I'm just going to leave it at that. She's very fortunate we live in 2023. Jesus says, no, fuck that. Divorce is wrong when a man chokes a woman out of anger, and it's just as bad when women do it. Hope old boy made this harlot sign a prenup so he doesn't lose all his assets. Yeah, I think that's one of the only reasons why he wants to make the divorce work, because she probably will have some type of compensation from the divorce, right? It's cheaper to keep her. Ha ha ha. Yep, of course. Once again, no accountability. Chin Chaz says, "Thanks for including me in the thumbnail, Yeet." Yeah, you're the best person to put in the thumbnail for the series. Because honestly, I might be doing this once or twice a week. You know, it's not that hard to research Reddit stories and just copy and paste. Boom. I got some content. Deathshark says, especially in that she hasn't even take full accountability for what she did. Nope. This is why we have that saying, accountability is a woman's kryptonite, and she proved it right there. She proved it right there. Someone says, "Get out before RPM music rolls in." Okay, Solon, I get that reference. That's fucking hilarious. All right, I think we dissect this story pretty quickly, pretty well. How much time we got? Okay, we can do another story. We're going very fast. Bam. Where you at? There you go. What story is this? This one. Okay. Girlfriend, 22, female, is moving halfway across the country for grad school, and I'm 22 male, scared to date long distance. Advice for long distance. I don't even have to read this shit to tell you that it's not going to fucking work. 99% of long distance relationships, it fails. It fails. We all need to come to an agreement with that. You really think she ain't doing shit when you're across the country? Let's be a realist, okay? Let's go ahead and digest that big old red pill and actually be honest with yourself. Oh shit. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin. She recently got into grad school about 14 hours away. We've been friends for 4 years, dating about 4 months, and saw each other basically every day since we've been dating because we went to school together. Friends for 4 years, huh? Anyway, she moves in the beginning of August. Right now, we've been hanging out less just because we live in separate towns, and we've both been busy with work, online classes. She lives in a different town, guy. Okay. Okay, let's continue. It's not so bad, but I'm scared that things will change once she moves and we're long distance. I have no concerns that she'll cheat or anything. Bullshit. But my concern is just that she'll lose interest over time due to not seeing each other often at all. She is a very physically affectionate person, so I'm worried that she will struggle without that and then decide that it isn't working out. You just said that you had no concerns that she'll cheat, and then you turn around and say that she's a physically affectionate person. She's getting her cheeks clapped, dog. Let's continue. She'll also be very busy due to going to vet school. And she says she also wants to work towards her PhD at the same time. So my other fear is that she will have no free time to even FaceTime or text, and then we'll just drift apart. If she truly desires you, she will always make time to text or FaceTime. So let's get that shit out the way. I've already sort of brought long distance up with her. I haven't mentioned my fears about it yet, but she says that she plans on coming home regularly, and I also plan on visiting her when I can. No. If she's moving halfway around the country, she's fucking lying to you. She is not coming home regularly. If her regularly is what, 4 or 5 times a year, okay, but I doubt it's any more than that. People who have dated long distance, how did you make it work? It doesn't. TLDR. Okay, I've been seeing this shit for years. I don't know what TLDR means. But let's continue. Been with my girlfriend for 4 months now. She's moving 14 hours away in August for school, and she and will be incredibly busy with vet school and her PhD. I'm honestly terrified that things won't work due to the distance and how busy she is. Okay, so you're pretty much repeating yourself. Guy, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Don't be fucking stupid. Don't be fucking naive. I've seen this shit all the goddamn time. All the time. Long distance do not work. She's young. She's 22. She's going to grad school. She's moving, you say, 14 hours away. So she's going to be surrounded by a bunch of other men that are also trying to get their medical degree. So pretty much all these men have a higher prospect of making way more money than you. You really think she ain't getting her cheeks clapped? Really? You better be a Giga Chad. You better be a good. Actually, I don't think you are. If you're going to be making, you know, posts like this. And then you said yourself, she's a very physically affectionate person. That is a final nail in the coffin. You really think that she's going to keep her legs closed and her body pure for you for the next 4 to 8 years? Come on, guy. Come on. You're lying to yourself. Wake up. She's going to be for the streets. You got to move on. You got to move on. It's over. If she still come back, time to time, and wants to get all affectionate all over you, okay, fine, whatever. Do what you gotta do, whatever. But don't expect this to last. Don't. Because long distance relationships do not last. And there's some motherfucker wants to come to the chat and say, but my long distance relationship lasts. Okay, she was in a different country, and we still made it work. Yeah, guy, because she was getting smashed every other day. Like don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. And anybody that disagrees with what I'm saying right now, please tell me otherwise. Because I'm telling you right now, in 2023 with Western women, don't ever think that she's going to keep her legs closed just for you when she is surrounded by men that has the potential to make at least 150 grand or more. Don't be naive. Don't be stupid. Just move the fuck on, guy. Senator Armstrong says, when I broke up with my long distance relationship, my ex got back with a new man next month after crying over me. Yeah, it's just too easy. The abundance is everywhere for modern women, chat. So don't you dare think that with you out of her sight, with you out of range, she's not smashing. Chitin Chaz. I've only ever been hurt by women, especially when it's long distance. You told me that story, I think months ago, when you were on my stream about that one long distance relationship. think I remember that story. Father Noah says, Yeet speaks the truth. Even a Giga Chad becomes an incel someday. Hey, every man has the potential to become an involuntary celibate. Only did one long distance relationship. I was a teen 24 years ago. Yeah, how long did that last, Law of Liberty? Let me know. Vitloss says she's going to need an outlet for that affection. Yeah. Once this young man said, she's a very physically affectionate person, that was the final nail in the coffin. If she is long distance, you're nowhere to be found. She's a very physically affectionate person, surrounded by dudes that has the potential of being successful that are also get their medical degree. You're fucked. Sorry, my guy, but you're fucked. All right, let's go to another story. I'm not done with the stories. I think I got like 2 more stories. And bam, I return. Okay. Let's see what this story has to say. Man, that is long. Okay, hold up. Let's see if I can get the gist. So this girl went to the club with her sister. The boyfriend had a couple of rules saying that, hey, you can't be getting wasted and you can't be cheating, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? My boyfriend knows I am bi and it is okay with me getting with women. That's still cheating, in my opinion. But hey, if your boyfriend is a simp, it is what it is. Anyway, as we were talking, I got really drunk at this point. She leaned in for a kiss and I kissed her back. I was excited because I was hoping she would be down to come home with me. Okay, all right. She got that Jezebel spirit in her. Next thing I know, while my eyes were closed, making out with her, I felt something shoot up my nose. So she pretty much was taking the sugar booger. She pretty much got roofied, I guess, somehow. All right. She ran to the bathroom and she felt very woozy. But then after that, she felt fine. I got more into detail in my previous post, blah, blah, blah. 2 days later to tell him. So after that scenario of getting drunk as hell and making out with other women and then literally got drugged, right? When the boyfriend literally said, hey, be home by midnight and don't get wasted. She still got wasted and did not go home until the next day. The boyfriend was very upset about the situation. That she didn't tell him immediately what happened. And now he's very suspicious of what else could this woman be hiding from me. And eventually the boyfriend is like, yeah, she's a cheater. Okay, so pretty much this is the guy's fault, but I will also put fault on the woman as well. Right? Because this simple boyfriend said, hey, if you're gonna have a ladies' night, right? Ladies' night, you can't get wasted and be home by a certain time. She got wasted, started making out with other women, literally got roofied somehow while making out with a woman, went to the bathroom, right? Because she started to feel woozy, and then she became fine a minute later. But she got home way late, right? Didn't come home by midnight. Didn't say anything until a few days later. And the boyfriend's like, well, like, what the fuck? Well, like, I told you not to get drunk. I told you to come home on time. Well, like, what the fuck? What else are you doing? So yeah, there's definitely faults on both sides, but there's definitely fault on the woman, right? Because the boyfriend says, "Hey, I'm not asking for much. Don't get fucked up and be home by a certain time." And she couldn't even do that shit right. And now she's feeling like the victim. Pretty pathetic if you ask me. But let's go to the next story because that is like way too many words. I don't know why I saved that one. I'm pretty sure this is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. All right. My wife cheated on me years ago. It may go back further than that. Me and my wife has been married for almost 4 years and together for 8 years. I made a post a little over a year ago about how she cheated on me, so I won't go into any of that. She met this guy on one of her online games a few weeks ago, and they became friends. She added him on her Snapchat so they can chat back and forth, which they do all day and all night. He knows she's married, at least, which is good, and she told me about him, which is also good. No, not fucking good. See, what's up with men accepting all this bullshit? Can somebody tell me in the chat what's up with men in 2023 just accepting this Jezebel behavior? I don't get it. Who the fuck does that? If the man does the same thing, right? The same thing of what the wife did, talking to a girl over the game, got the girl's phone number, and they start texting each other all day, all night. There'll be a fucking uproar. But since the wife is doing it, it's okay. What the fuck? Anyway. However, it still makes me very uncomfortable with her history now. I have looked at their conversations because I have access to her social accounts. After the cheating thing, she gave me all of her passwords to prove that she would never do it again. Motherfucker, if she cheats once, she's always going to cheat. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Okay? Why do you think the saying is you can't make a 304 to a housewife, man? You think men just pull that shit out of their ass? There's a reason why that saying is so popular. Once you start fucking other dudes, she's never going to stop. She ain't going to stop until she can't no more. Anyway, and it does seem like they're just buddies. The problem is, after I read their chats, I looked up their Snapchat history and saw a lot of not safe for work pictures. None of them were recent. They all went back about 4 years ago. So they've known each other for years and they've been sexting. Fuck the not safe for work bullshit. They've been sexting. Why are you still married to this chick? Anyway, so now I'm wondering if she cheated on me way before the initial affair. Yeah, no shit she did. Which, when we discussed it a couple of years ago, she had assured me nothing like that had ever happened before. And you trust you trust a woman's word? You really trust her to tell you the truth? You really trust a cheating Jezebel to give you honest answers? Really? Anyway, I'm aware she could have just used the camera and may have never sent them to anyone. But because of the nature of the photos, it sure seemed like she was performing for someone, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So I know I should ask her about it, but she will probably just lie, and I'll have no way of knowing if she's telling the truth. Should I just bury it deep down with everything else? Thanks for taking time to read this. I realize it's not the most interesting story on here, but I do appreciate it. I put majority of the blame on the husband. I put majority of the blame on the husband. Yeah, she's a 304. Yeah, she likes to sleep around. Yeah, she likes to flirt with men behind his back. But after all the evidence that he accumulated about not only how much she lied, but how long she's been a Jezebel, why are you still with her? Why are you contemplating on just bearing it deep down? Get a fucking backbone, stupid, and leave her ass. The fact that you're finding all this information, the fact that you find out that she's been lying on multiple occasions, you and now and the fact that she knows, you know, she's going to continue doing it, right? Once again, model women are pretty much grown children. They're going to keep testing the boundaries. They're going to keep seeing how far they can go without getting in trouble, without suffering any negative consequences. But now that everything's out in the air, and she knows you know, it's only going to get worse, my guy. So I definitely put majority of the blame on the husband because he's too much of a pussy to leave that used up puniti. See, this is why having legit male friends is important. I'm talking about masculine friends that keeps it real with them no matter what. I don't give a fuck how much he bitch, complain, moan, whine. Bro, like, you're a pussy. You're a bitch. And now your wife is treating you like a bitch. Because you did nothing. You did nothing when you found out that she's been doing this for over 4 years. I have no sympathy for this guy. Yeah, the wife is a 304, and yeah, she definitely belongs to the streets. But my main issue is why didn't the husband throw her back out into the streets? That's my problem. At this point, screw the money. I don't care about the money. See, chat. I've never been in a situation where I had to split my assets with somebody. I really haven't. So I probably don't know the full scope, the full consequence of getting a divorce. But with my knowledge about it, I honestly would have taken my L. I would have taken my L, lose half my shit, keep moving. You shouldn't have gotten married in the first place. But hypothetically, if you do get married and this happens, I would have taken my loss and just leave. Take half my money, take whatever. Fuck you, I'm out of here. Because guess what? If you don't, this husband reminds me of Will Smith. This husband right here definitely reminds me of Will Smith. Look at what's happening to Will Smith right now because he's too much of a pussy to put his wife in her place. No backbone, no nothing. He's too afraid to tell his wife it's my way or the highway. This man, Will Smith, is worth $400 million. You know what? At this point, peace and freedom is my top priority. If I was Will Smith, I would have taken the loss. I would have lost $200 million, probably a few properties, some cars. She's not getting any child support because all the kids are grown. I'm still good with $200 million. Hell, if I wanted to, I would spend the rest of my days chilling in Eastern Europe or in Southeast Asia. Fuck it. $200 million is still a lot. But once again, Will Smith is too much of a pussy. Too much of a pussy. And Jada Smith knows that. That's why Jada Smith treats Will Smith like a pet dog. That couldn't be me. I would not handle that type of disrespect. Hell no. And once again, she's been disrespecting her husband for 5 years now. Like just outright disrespecting him. Dead Shark says, no amount of money is worth your sanity or self-respect. Completely agree. Lord Messiah Disciple says, beta. Yes, beta indeed. See, look, even Tasha knows. Even she knows. Chat. If you let a woman treat you like a bitch, she's going to continue to escalate the situation. Don't be afraid to put a woman in her place. And if you don't want to put a woman in her place, don't be afraid to just walk out the door and ignore the shit out of her. In 2023, that's the only true power a man has at this point. That's it. Why do you think society and the government is demonizing philosophies like the red pill or men going their own way? Because that's the only true power men have left. If they can stomp those philosophies out, they won. And then men will believe that being a wage slave is a good thing. Being a walking ATM is a good thing. Being an emotional, frail, pushover, being a baby back bitch is okay. All right. I am good to go. All right. Chat. Give me some feedback about the Reddit series. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Is there any changes that you want me to have? Give me your review. Let me know. Honestly, I thought it went okay. All right, I'm seeing some thumbs up. Okay. All right, Vitalis says it's all right. Fair enough. All right, Sai said he liked it. More thumbs up. Come on, guys. Let me know if you want some changes or anything. Let me know. Give me your opinion. Nothing's going to change if I don't hear what you guys want. Conan McCracken says, I missed the first 50 minutes, but I enjoyed what I saw. Okay. All right. See? Okay. HMK says, really good. Death Shark says, lots of material to work with. I like it. And once again, it doesn't have to be just about dating. You know, I can find other type of Reddit content that pretty much has to deal with male issues overall. It doesn't have to be just about dating. This stream today was just a test run. Legendary Raw says it's okay. I got 5 stars from Disciple. PK said it was good. Sai says, I say the only thing I'm going to complain about is that there were not more stories. Okay, fair enough. If you want me to up the ante of the amount of stories, okay. Parabiology says, "Hail Sir Yeetus, hail the warband. I like this, Sir Yeetus. Why, thank you." I'm pretty sure I thought this will be a good a good addition to my content. The Lich gives me a thumbs up. Gem Power said, "Changing what? Well, anything based on what you've seen. You know, pros, cons, something that you would like tweaked. You know, like what could be taken away or could be added to this type of content." Corn McCracken says, "You and Ribby should do a live Reddit roast." You know what? That's not a bad idea. I'll talk to Ribby today. I think that would be a good stream. Aerodynamic says, "We liked it." MJ said it was great. Sai says, "Also get Chaz in there sometimes." Good idea. Good idea. I'll talk to Chaz as well. He can bring the powers of autism with him. Moon says, "I really liked it. Maybe one day you could have a guest to talk with on your series. I mean, talk with you on this series. Maybe a call-in stream." But what does that mean? I can't. What with the Reddit stories? I think that's what you're trying to say. So Gem Power says more Reddit stories. Okay, I'll definitely find more stories. I'll probably let me see if I can find at least 10. Okay, I think 10 will be a good number. I went through 7, but I'll definitely look for 10 next time. Disciple says eggs. Or do you mean no eggs? Sandra says nice change of pace. Yeah, I definitely agree. Me just putting out live streams, just like, okay, let me just talk about what I want to talk about today. I'm sure all you can agree that gets old pretty quick, So I'm gonna start one more series. So I'll have 2 series to work on that you guys are able to, keep up with. I think the dating thing is beating to death. Let's focus on other topics. Well, like I said before, the Reddit posts aren't just going to be about dating. It'll also be about male issues overall. Sai, we will never have a Yeetus Thoughts 200. At this point, probably not. Probably not. But thank you for reminding me, though. But at the same time, what am I going to talk about on Yeetus Thoughts 200? The only way I'm going to do a Yeetus Thoughts 200 is if I have a few special guests with me. Then we can do the Yeetus 200. Tasha says, "This is pretty cool." Why, thank you. Once again, this series has been inspired by Ribby the Party Frog. YouTube can't contain my autism. You getting caught up on typos. Well, they need to fucking learn how to spell correctly. Jeez. It's like I'm reading some 5th grade English. Do. Sorry says, "I think Moon meant bring one person that you trust into the stream to talk about the stories with you." Yeah, of course. Definitely. Disciple says, "Needs more soundboard." You know what? Honestly, I agree. We need to definitely get more, how you say, pizzazz, get a little bit more lively in these streams. So that's a good input. I need to figure that out. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out by the end of this week. Tasha Pai, do topics on men's depression. That's a good topic. I agree. McCracken, you should stream with Hammer again. We need TFM again. Shot of whiskey. Oh wait, yeah, shot of whiskey. I was like, why is Senator just saying shot of whiskey? I'm like, you're starting pretty early today, Armstrong. God damn. But I do see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I'll start bringing back special guests again. Definitely will. Do a stream with Hamster. Okay. Is that what you guys want? Doing a stream with Hamster? We can do that. Jack Sharp says, the teeth. Oh, speaking of streams, thank you for reminding me, Death Shark. So, chat, how do you want this to go down? Do you want me to do 1 hour on YouTube and then switch over to Odyssey or Rumble? Put a 1 if you want me to do that. Put a 2 if you don't want me to do that. 1 hour on YouTube and then switch over to Rumble or Odyssey. I think that'd be good enough. I've seen ones. Senator Armstrong, why a 2? All right, I'm seeing bunch of ones, because like, come on, it gets very fucking annoying that I have to censor myself and I have to be very careful on what I say on YouTube for 2 to 3 hours, right? Because unfortunately, once again, YouTube kind of screwed Undead Chronic because Undead Chronic was keeping it real with one of his streams and got demonetized. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty dumb. So 1 hour YouTube where I do the PG version, and then I will switch over to Rumble or Odyssey, and we will do the real man talk. I just might start doing that. Josh Shark says depends on the show. What do you mean? Can you elaborate, Death Shark, please? So yeah, I got very good input for this stream. Okay. So in general, got a thumbs up. The thing I need to do is get more Reddit stories and, if possible, make a couple call-ins or get a special guest to react with me with the Reddit stories. All right. All right, guys, we're approaching close to 2 hours, and I really do need to start doing my stretches so I'm able to head out to the starting line of this 22-mile ruck. Oh, this is going to kick my ass. This is going to kick my ass. But hey, it's for the brothers that never made it back. At least I'm still here. At least I can still embrace the suck. So, oh, and it's good exercise as well, because like I explained on Chronic Stream, I am trying to get chiseled out, trying to get them gains. I already have the gains. I just gotta lose a bit more body fat. So there's some positives to it. But it is your boy Sir Yeetus. Thank you very much for joining the very first Yeetus Reddit Adventures. Would I do this once or twice a week? I'll say so. I'll say so. Maybe it's better if I just do it once a week. But I appreciate everybody that participated in the chat. You guys engaged a lot, which I'm very appreciative for. Okay. Because once again, if the chat is not engaged, then the live stream is pretty much pointless. Also, the gems I dropped on you today, hopefully I dropped a few gems. And if anybody donated, I don't know if anybody donated or not. I don't think I'm seeing it. I don't have my phone on me. But if you did, I'll definitely read your stream. Not read your stream. I'll read your donation on my next stream. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's do this. See you guys in around 7 to 8 hours. I am out. Peace. Enjoy your barbecue, enjoy your cold ones, and make sure you put out your condolences for friends and family that served the country and didn't make it back. All right. Peace.